Das ist auch, Digga. Also, ich glaube, so was Wildtiere bzw. auch Raubtiere angeht, finde ich Bären auch, also unheimlich. Ich glaube, bin mir nicht sicher, ich glaube, das ist aber ein Grizzlybär.
We're one big bear family.
Heftig, Digga. Das ist ein Braunbär, ja. Ich glaube auch, Grizzlybär wäre größer.
Our bear family, it's like every other family and stuff. You love them to death.
Heftig.
Other times we drive you nuts, right?
Guckt euch das mal an, was das für Oschis sind, Digga. Guckt euch mal den Kopf an.
Jim und Susan.
Ganz kurz nochmal. Achtet einfach gleich auf seine Tatzen.
You're nuts, right?
Seht ihr das? Seine Krallen sind so lang wie seine Finger, Digga.
Jim and Susan run a center for orphaned wildlife in Otisville, New York.
I'm there every day, but he is the one that walks in the door and everybody lights up. You know, and it's kind of funny because they just love him to death. Come on, go inside or get out of the way. And I'm the one that does all the work, and he just has to walk in the door.
This is Jimmy, a 21-year-old Kodiak
Digga. Heftig.
bear rescued from a closing wildlife park. He's just one of the 11 bears that lives with them.
They knock you around a little bit and stuff. Nothing, you know, not maliciously, you know, but you gotta watch you don't get scratched or poked in the eye or something. Hey, you know better than that. What are you doing?
Guckt euch mal an, was da für eine Kraft hinter ist, Digga. Und das war nur so, wie so ein kleiner Klapser bei uns auf die Schulter.
Something. Hey, you know better than that. What are you doing? It's all right. They kill you, you know. He just have to hit you one time.
Kodiak bears are one of the largest species in the world.
Heftig, Digga. Heftige Tiere.
He's about 1,400
Der sitzt.
pounds, and if he stood up on his hind legs, he'd probably be about 9 feet tall.
Think of the strongest person you know or whatever, and you can magnify that by 1,000 times. Yeah, he's big. I mean, a small bear will kick your butt, and he's got so much strength. All he would have to do is lay on you.
There's the answer.
He's like them. He's like a bear. He has no fear of them. It's
Die Krallen, Digga. Damit gibt er dir eine Combo und du bist so aufgeschlitzt, Digga. Und wenn er auf den Beinen steht, ist er ungefähr 2,70 Meter.
really amazing. We've had Jimmy for 21 years now. Got him as a little cub.
Okay, ja.
And he's been with us his whole life.
Das ist die Erklärung dahinter, ne? Man darf trotzdem nicht vergessen, das ist ein Wildtier immer noch, ne?
Taking care of bears throughout their lives means that Jim and Susan develop deep bonds with the animals.
Exactly the same as like somebody was mourning their child.
Yeah, it's, you know, it's the same thing. We spend a lot of time with them. We care so much for them. We lost 4 altogether so far here.
It would be just like burying one of your family members. I can't.
Ein alter Mann, Digga, den du mit nichts zum Wein bringst, außer seine geliebten Bären, die gestorben sind, Digga. Fühl ich. Fühl ich. Fühl ich.
Back at the center, it's lunchtime. In the wild, these bears need to eat up to 90 pounds of food every day. Everything from baby elks to spawning salmon, berries and plants.
You guys ready to eat?
And here, the bears enjoy a daily diet of meat, grains, breads, fruit and veg, with the occasional marshmallow treat.
These bears, once in a while, they're always looking for food. They really don't want for anything other than attention.
Also ich möchte nur noch mal einfach kurz die Dimension festhalten, ne? Das ist die Nase eines von dem Bären. 90 Tonnen Essen am Tag. Yo, Saiyajin, du hast es auf jeden Fall verstanden, Digga. 90 Tonnen Essen am Tag. Bruder, 6 Sätzen.
One of the other bears at the center is Jenny.
When the bears are little and they're with their mother, after they drink their milk, they suckle on her for a time and they make this little noise that you hear. She just never grew up. She still does this. She looks at me as if I'm her mother. When she gets to the pinky, she likes to just bite down on that pinky. I love being around her, and I'm happy that she feels that way about me still after all these years. Oh, peanuts. All right, I'll have some peanuts. It's all a wonderful thing to watch them grow up and to have them from very little and to make an impression on them.
They're like your children. That's how much you love them. And they give a lot back to you too, you know. They love you just as much. Sometimes you take it for granted, but
was für ein Riesenkopf, Digga.
Special relationship.
Was für ein Riesenkopf.
Yeah, the bears are everything to me. I would do anything for them. I spend all day with them every day.
This is our life. We're one big bear family.
Respekt, Digga. Respekt, Alter. Das kenne ich auch schon, das Video. Das ist auch so wunderschön, Digga.
We're trying to find Jalta and Imma, or Bims, as his nickname is, and haven't seen them for 4 years. So today I'd like to try and find them, but we've no idea where they are. It's a huge area to try and find them. I'm hoping to introduce them to Victoria, my wife, but she's never ever had any contact with gorillas, so it's going to be very interesting.
Also so wie ich verstanden habe, der Kollege hier hat mit den Gorillas, also ist irgendwie, ja, Wissenschaftler, Gorilla, whatever, das hat er jetzt nicht gesagt, wer er ist, aber er hat die Gorilla-Familie, wo sie hingehen, das letzte Mal vor 4 Jahren gesehen und seine Frau hat noch nie Kontakt damit gehabt und jetzt gehen sie da halt hin.
Ever had any contact with gorillas, so it's going to be very interesting.
Now they're much bigger. They're 16 and 18-year-old male gorillas, so it's slightly scary. And I've never been in contact with a gorilla before, so hopefully, if everything works out well, I can go and see them and be in contact with them, but we'll see.
We spent some time on the river looking for the gorillas. And eventually, we had to use the drones.
Die moderne Technik, Digga.
It wasn't long before the drones found the gorillas on the edge of the Impasa River.
Wie die Angst haben davor, Digga.
It'd be lovely for them to accept Victoria. I think it would depend very much on them seeing Victoria as part of my group. I decided to gently ease my way ashore. I didn't want to frighten them.
Ihn müssen sie halt kennen schon, ne?
Relaxed.
Ich hole mir ganz schnell ein Eis hier, Livestream. So. Also ihn kennen sie schon.
I can jump in. Stay there. I was looking for a sign that would reassure me.
Also, das ist zwar kein Silberrücken, aber glaub mir, die zerstören die Menschen, also kräftetechnisch so heftig. Die sehen zwar jetzt verhältnismäßig nicht so groß aus, aber sind trotzdem beeindruckend.
That they were not going to be hostile or aggressive. So he's just given me a little gurgle, which is his first sign. Yeah, you lovely boy. It's the first sign that he's being friendly. You want to say hello to Victoria? Come a bit closer, V. So I'm trying to just get Victoria a little bit closer to him so he can see her, and I'm hoping that he'll accept that she's part of my group and not be threatened by her.
Das ist schon eine kritische Situation.
Maybe just come and sit on the edge here a little bit. Just Come sit here. There you are. Come just sit here. He's just vocalized to Victoria now. Very friendly gurgle. So I think he's accepted her. We called it a day, but the next morning we were so excited to come back and see our friends.
Hello. You found us. Oh, you found us. Hey, Ma.
Heftig, Digga. Man muss sich das einfach bitte nochmal vorstellen, Digga. Joe Coffey, Digga, ich bann dich einfach weg. Wenn du nichts bei sowas dazu beizutragen hast, außer er will sie klären, Digga, hau ab. Jalla, hau rein. Wenn man sich einfach mal vorstellt, dass das wirklich Wildtiere sind, Digga. Wildtiere, die aus der Wildnis zu dir kommen und dich als Mensch, der da ja nichts zu suchen hat, akzeptieren. Es muss ein unheimlich geiles Gefühl sein, Digga.
Soon we realized that something special was going to happen. He's going to come up, it's okay.
He's a boy, lovely boy.
Emma was immediately captivated by Victoria.
He's a sweet boy.
Oh, Donny, he's looking at you so sweetly.
Das muss auch als Mensch eine so unglaubliche Erfahrung sein, Digga. Wir gucken uns das jetzt als Video an, aber das mit deinen eigenen Augen, mit deinen eigenen Ohren, mit dem Geruch, alles drumherum, das muss unheimlich heftig sein, Digga. Surreal gefühlt.
So he's just talking to you there, you see? He wants you to hold him. There you are.
Oh,
look, he's really loving that. That's so sweet. He absolutely loves that. Okay. All right, he's a big boy. Yeah, that's so clever.
Das muss unheimlich schön sein, Digga.
I think I've lost my wife. Easy boy. That's just so sweet.
Geil, Digga. Richtiger OG, Bruder. Geil. Sitzt wie eine Eins.
He's smitten. Watching Emma and Victoria was something incredibly beautiful.
Das ist wirklich
These
schön,
beautiful
Digga.
animals, so noble, so gentle.
So schön,
Just shows
einfach schön.
one must never underestimate how extraordinarily beautiful these gorillas are.
Heftig, Digga, wirklich. Also das ist wirklich heftig, Digga. Das ist wirklich heftig. Es gab da noch mal so ein Video. Ich suche mal kurz so. Ich glaube, das war das Video.
Hey. Remember me? Hey. Little older. Huh?
Just hours north in Florida, a woman has come to revisit some dear old friends.
Are you smiling? I'm smiling. I'm so happy to see you.
Chimpanzees have provided us with so much in this world, so much knowledge about ourselves, about our social lives, about our dispositions.
This is the story of 3 chimpanzees, a female named Swing, a young male named Sparky, 6-year-old Doll, and the woman whose life they would change forever. Linda Kobner was a 23-year-old graduate student when she was asked to participate in a bold new project. A hepatitis vaccine had been found, and certain chimps were no longer needed. Would they be capable of a normal existence after life in the lab? On a January morning, a small group of chimpanzees caught their first glimpse of the sun in over 6 years.
Heftig. Nach 6 Jahren, Digga. Freigelassen. Ersten Sonnenstrahlen.
They were terrified to get out of the security of that transfer cage, whether it was afraid to step on the grass. They hadn't been on anything but hard bars for years, or just the feel of the wind and the sun, and they just huddled in the doorways and wouldn't come out. Over time, we coaxed them, and Doll was right up the tree. But some of the others had never tasted any kind of freedom since they were infants riding on their mother's back. And they had been in these little boxes for years and years.
Heftig, Digga.
For the next 4 years, Linda spent every day with the chimps,
Heftig.
watching over them, observing their journey back to wholeness. It was a grand experiment. No one knew whether it would work, but it did.
Swing.
Also für die Leute, die wirklich gar kein Englisch können, sie hat die Tiere gerettet, die waren eingesperrt 5 Jahre lang, haben in Käfigen und haben nie Sonnenstrahlen gesehen, keine Freiheit. Dann hat sie sich 4 Jahre lang um die Tiere gekümmert, damit sie sich wieder rehabilitieren können, so mäßig, und selbstständig leben können. Und das hat geklappt, und ich bin mir jetzt nicht sicher, das werden sie noch sagen, ich glaube 10, 15 Jahre später kommt sie wieder jetzt zu den Tieren. Ja.
Girl? You're a good girl.
25 years later,
25 Jahre später, Sikerem, Alter.
Linda's come back for a long-awaited visit.
25
Few
Jahre
of her old
später,
friends
Digga.
still remain.
Girl.
Not quite the little babies that you left.
No. Remember me?
Doll's making her smile too.
Wonder if they remember everything that I remember about our relationships. Doll, come here.
Oh, come on, let's get in the car.
It's been 18 years since Linda has had any contact with Doll and Swing face to face.
Heftig.
It's been so long.
Sie freut sich richtig, seht ihr
There's no
das?
telling how they'll react.
Oh, you look great.
Even her old friends are now wild animals.
Oh, yeah. Do you remember me?
Heftig, Digga.
Good girl. Hey. Remember me?
It's okay. It's okay. Not too quick. That's good, Doll.
Oh, Doll. Oh, yeah. These chimpanzees have taught me about resilience. All of these have gone through such tremendous adversity, and yet they're forgiving and they're whole again. Good girl. I guess if you remember me, you remember a lot of things, don't you? Back to Africa, in the lab.
Das ist echt wunderschön, Digga.
Remember when you got so sick? Yeah, you let me carry you off the island.
Man erwartet eigentlich nur noch, dass er sagt, yo, genau so was. Weil diese Schimpansen, also es gibt viele Affenarten, will ich mal sagen. Aber ich finde, Schimpansen sind so wirklich mit am menschenähnlichsten.
I don't think Lion Country even knew it when it started, but it has provided wonderful sanctuary for these chimpanzees.
Over 30 chimpanzees have found their way to this refuge in southern Florida. Each chimp arrived with a history. Some were once pets, but discarded when they grew too strong to handle. Others were research chimps. A female named Inky, was crippled during polio trials. They all bear the scars of the past, but here they've been given the chance to live out their days with others of their kind.
Oh, look at my girl. You're your own girl.
Inspired by the success of Doll and Swing, Linda is determined to provide homes for other chimpanzees in need.
My dream is to replicate, even on a grander scale, what we were able to do for the chimps that came to Lion Country with us. And I just hope that this is a model and that we can give them the respect and the freedom to live out their lives, at least together. It's important not just for me, but it's important for all of us as a species to realize that...
Einfach ein schönes Video, Digga.